I'll go back to, again, previous days. As a family, if we wanted to save £1,000 in a year, it would be nigh on impossible. Seriously, it was so hard just to save £100 a month. You'd be waiting for payday. Payday would, and invariably in that cycle, especially more recently, if I was still employed now, with the gas prices, electric prices, inflation, food prices are where they are, diesel prices where they are, would have been, well, every month would have been further into debt. Every month, and that's a difficult spiral to get out of.
Mate, so I won't even talk about saving £80 a month. I feel like when I started at EXP, I was about 30 grand in debt. Manageable debt across credit cards and all sorts of things. It wasn't anything that was like overwhelming, but I was. And largely, I look back and I think that's because every living expense that we had, every holiday we had went on a credit card, everything that, okay, they're treats, but they kind of feel like they're close to essentials when you're a family person, right? To get out and get your family abroad, etc. once a year at least. And I look back, and that wasn't because I went out and spent a load of money, because every month I was just having to dip into the credit a little bit. And the example we were talking about again earlier, it can sound like we're in this coffee shop for a lot longer than we were, but it's like a bald tyre, tyre being the difference between being able to save some money one month or having to be on the line of I've got nothing left. And it's bizarre when you start making more money, how quickly your attitude towards that change. If my boiler starts to rattle now, all right, I'm not pleased, but I'm not going to lose sleep over it because I know, luckily, the funds are there that I can take care of that when I need to. For me, it's not about Lamborghinis and Ferraris. Lovely, don't get me wrong.
No, far from it. This, for me, I think was always, going to go back to a little bit about what I wanted it to look like. It was just about really, I suppose, building, dare I say, an exit. What does your exit look like out of the working life? And if you go back again to employed days, think about the workplace pension and the state pension you'll get when you're probably at my age, 67 to 70.
They're going to push that back, aren't they? Yeah, that's going to be...
That's a long time to be at work with not a lot of time to really enjoy what you've worked for, and if you have got any time, you're not going to have any money to enjoy the time. So something had to change. Something really had to change, and it was in my hands, and I think that was probably brought home a little bit by like the lockdown and furlough and all that sort of stuff. 1 minute you're employed and you're earning okay, 1 minute you're told you're going to be sent home from work and you get 75%. But thankfully we were able to get through it, because obviously you're not spending anything on going out anywhere because we couldn't. But you start thinking, crikey, my whole family's life is in somebody else's
hands.
They press a button and say yes.
It's like an axe over your head, isn't it? And someone else is going to choose whether to drop it.
I was like, well, how am I going to really change it? And this is where the EXP kind of came into my life at that time, where you're sort of looking at these things and thinking, well, okay, that looks like it all fits.